Hi, Dominic.
Hello.
Hello. I'm going to connect my camera 1 second, just to say hello. And then if you want to share your presentation, be free. Let me make the presentation in Spanish to the audience first. Dominic es el responsable de la Smart City de Viena. Y bueno, pues tenemos la suerte de contar con él porque Viena en todos los rankings europeos, aparte de ser una ciudad socialdemócrata y de izquierdas, tienen de los mejores coeficientes dentro de lo que es el desarrollo de las Smart Cities, ¿no? Entonces yo creo que es una persona muy valiosa para contarnos un poco qué están haciendo allí, acercarnos un poco a la idea del urbanismo inteligente. Están diseñando una ciudad a las afueras de Viena que se llama Aspern, que bueno, yo creo que es interesante que conozcamos. Y luego ya tendremos un approach más nacional, más local, con los invitados que están conmigo en la mesa. Dominic, when you want, you can start. Be free to share your presentation. We are at the same time sharing with other screen your presentation, so we can make a conversation. Feel yourself free. And start as you want. Thank you very much.
Well, I have to say thank you. I do hope you can hear me in a quite good situation. I see on the flat screen that actually you have a presentation on the right-hand side. So if I want to show you a slide, I just tell you probably go on page 6 or 7, and actually should work. I hope it's fine like that. Perfect. Sure. Okay. Well then. Hello, Madrid. Thank you very much for inviting me to join the conversation. Feel free to interrupt and stop me all the time. Raise all the questions you want to. I think we have 30 minutes together. I suggest I will tell you briefly in around 10 minutes what I'm doing and what the city of Vienna is doing in terms of smart city. Then I will probably focus in terms of urban planning a little bit on our urban planning projects, mainly on our Vienna Aspern Smart City Lakeside project. And then I do hope we still have a couple of minutes left just to have a discussion, just to raise some questions and to have a nice communication together. Is that fine for you?
Great. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So you can hear me fine?
Yeah, absolutely right.
Perfect. Okay. Well, just to my person, I'm in charge of the Smart City Agency of the City of Vienna. I think this is probably something special because the City of Vienna actually got a quite big problem a couple of years ago when the issue of a smart city actually came in our city. Yes, probably you know the Vienna got ranked as the smartest city a couple of years ago. And to be honest, we had no idea what's going on with a smart city. We had no idea of a definition. But what we did, we started a project in our urban planning department just to find out what smart city is about. And the outcome was that smart city is quite a broad perspective, quite a broad field of issues and areas. And we do have quite a big problem within the city government to find the right actor, the right department where we should actually handle this issue of smart city. Because smart city is for sure something with climate change, something with mobility, something with energy planning, something with urban planning, and many other things. But everything has to do with smart city. And that was the reason why the city of Vienna actually founded a specialized smart city agency. Mm-hmm. And this is actually what I'm in charge of. I have a mandate of the mayor. That means I have a centralized budget directly coming from the centralized budget of the city. That means I have a budget from the mayor and from the urban planning department. That's probably quite interesting for you. This is the reason why our smart city approach has a strong link to urban planning, because actually there's the money coming from. At least in the beginning it was like that. Mm-hmm. So what we are doing, what is the Smart City Agency doing, what is my job? Just to inform you, we are a team of around 6 persons. We are kind of a communication hub for the city government and for all the relevant stakeholders within the city and outside the city. That means if you want to transform a city into a future-orientated, resilient, smart city, you have to involve a lot of actors, a lot of people from the city government, from the industry, from the SME area, from the science area, and of course from the civil society. And the Smart City Agency is kind of a coordination hub in the center. That means we do organize all the working groups, we do the entire stakeholder management, and we are in charge of the entire strategic process. That means I'm not a thematic leader in terms of urban planning or in terms of lighting or in terms of climate protection, but I'm the person who is bringing all the relevant partners together on one table. And I'm the person who is writing the strategic approach, but with the input of all the experts. So this is a little bit, we have a hub function, and this is probably what we are doing. I think you probably know that Vienna we are actually well ranked worldwide. We have, in terms of smart city, quite a good position. And I think, of course, we have done our homework, especially in the last one and a half years. We have invested a lot of money in terms of smart city, probably not really in implementing projects, but especially in terms of strategic approaches, which means we have finished just a month ago a kind of smart city framework paper. It is a 80 document pages about how we will shape our city for the next 40 years. And this is actually this is really something special. I think just Copenhagen is doing something similar. Amsterdam is working on a paper like that as well. The asset of the city of Vienna is that in the beginning, when we started talking about smart city, we had a strong focus in terms of climate change, energy efficiency, renewable energy and mobility. And probably the asset of the smart city Vienna is that we are following now a quite holistic approach. That means we have included as well areas like quality of life, like culture, like environment, like industry, like business, like entrepreneurship, like health, and many other areas. That means we do see smart city really holistic and very broad, in difference to cities like Barcelona, for example. I think they do have a really strong focus on ICT, so everything is really technical orientated, and it's about computer programs and apps. Of course, this is relevant for us as well, but we do believe that for transforming a city into a future-orientated, resilient city, it's probably not a technical problem. It's more or less an implementing and governance problem. Because we do have a lot of technical solutions, but we kind of struggle how to implement them in real life. And we do have many technical solutions where we believe that they are probably not really the solution, because there is no utility for it. Because the smart building is probably not the building with tons and tons of technique. It's probably just a building which people want to really live in, which is simple, which works quite well. Probably this is actually the way we are following. So, of course, we do have a strong focus on technique and ICT as well, but in difference to many other cities, it's just one part of the entire smart city approach. I will try to be really brief because I think time is running by anyway. I mean, go probably on slide number 6, if you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do not have to tell you why we have to do something like a smart city approach, because I'm pretty aware every one of you is aware that climate change is real. Climate change is happening, and the second thing which is happening is urbanization. And you just see on this slide that more and more people actually living in urban areas, living in cities, especially in the European Union. In the European Union, almost 2/3 of the people living in urban areas, and this is actually growing. So this is the same probably in Spain, for sure in Austria. Vienna is growing rapidly. Can you go on page 7? It just shows you that actually Vienna is super growing. So we grow every year by approximately 30,000 people. This is a lot. So we do have right now 1.8 million, but this is just core of Vienna. So if you would say if you would see Vienna from an airplane, and if you just say the Greater Vienna region, there's around 3 million people living in big Vienna. So I think it's probably similar to Madrid. And we do have to find, places to live. We have to find places to work for all these people. We do have to work on our public transport system. Mm-hmm. We have to find energy supply for all these people. So urbanization is a big thing for us because it's really happening, and combined with climate change, actually we do know the reason why we have to shape cities in terms of a smart city, because we are pretty aware that actually solutions for all these challenges, solutions for all these things were going on, they have to be found in cities. And then you will probably ask yourself, and why is Vienna doing that? Because probably challenges like this, they are way bigger in Mexico City and in many other cities, and probably not in Vienna, because Vienna is anyway, we are a rich city, and even so we are growing, we do not really see the problems day by day. But we are aware that, of course, a smart city is as well, at the end of the day, for us, a business case as well. So we do believe that actually just high developed cities like Vienna, like Madrid, like Amsterdam, like Copenhagen, and many other cities, just cities like these cities, they are able to find solutions to challenge to tackle these challenges, and in the best way we can implement, or we can actually we can see ourselves in an international context, and in the best case it's a business case. And in fact it is already a business case, because we make a lot of money by selling our public transport strategy. We make a lot of money by selling our waste management system. We make a lot of money by selling our urban planning strategic plans, probably not to Spain, but to the Middle East, to Russia, to Brazil, to Argentina. So our smart city solutions, which we collect, we do sell them in an international context.
Dominic, one question. So you keep all the intellectual property and patents and knowledge that you afterwards can transfer to other cities. So these actions are profitable for you.
Of course they are. Mm-hmm. Of course, they are more than profitable for you, because, for example, a smart city needs a smart waste management system, and I think Vienna has the best waste management systems in the world. And I think we have per year around 400 international delegations who are visiting the city of Vienna just to get informed how we actually do our entire waste management system. And for example, the waste management system in Abu Dhabi is done by the city of Vienna. So we go there, we sell our plans, we sell our knowledge, because we have done our homework the last 40 years. And so, of course, we make profit out of our smart solutions. And Tina Vienna, or for example, my company and my department actually is here in the center. And well, this is, of course, so I would say smart city, of course, because it has to do something with environment and quality of life. But of course, we have to be realistic. For us, smart city is as well a business case. And that's the reason.
Sorry, Dominic. Other question that for us is very important. Have you said before you are planning 40 years your actions? Is
ahead?
Like that?
Yes, exactly. It is like
not
that.
14, 40.
40.
Okay.
40
años, hacen planes a 40 años. Okay, how we have this gap because this is something that we have discussed before, the problems that have different political parties, the difficulty to engage different stakeholders and partners with the same direction. So tell us this experience, because we think this is a very good practice that you have succeeded absolutely. So how can you planify for 40 years without any problem? What is the secret?
Well, actually, it's not without any problems, and it's a super tough process, and it's not easy at all, and it's just working because we have really kind of a stable political situation in the city of Vienna. So you have to know Austria is a really federal state. That means we have 9 federal areas, and Vienna is one of these 9 areas. That means we have a lot of federal power. That means the mayor of the city of Vienna is a really strong political leader in Austria as well. So we do have a lot of regional power. We are not centralized city. We are a strong federal state. And of course, in the last 50 years, the city of Vienna has had always the same political color, I have to say. Mm-hmm. So we have, probably it will change in the future, but the city of Vienna, the last 50 years, was ruled and governed by the Social Democrats. So just one political party. We have always coalitions with the Green parties or with the Conservatives, but the leader was always in one party. That's the reason why actually we do have a kind of a strong political commitment. The question, how could we manage to involve all the stakeholders in this process, was just because we had the political support of our mayor. This is it. Of course, it was a really quite a hard governance problem because, of course, there are many departments, like, I don't know, the environment department, they had totally different views of things like the mobility department. Or when the mobility department says in terms of a smart city, we have to reduce the individual traffic by 50%, then probably many other stakeholders, they say, I totally crazy, this is impossible. But we managed in 1.5 years in thousands and thousands of working groups with the support of the mayor, and the mayor was part of our working groups, that we found that we were able to finalize this paper. And of course, this paper is probably a compromise. It's probably not the best thing we were able to reach, but it's the only way that actually we were all kind of happy with it. Mm-hmm. And you will see, at the moment, we are translating this paper in English. So at the end of August, I can send you that in English. Yep. And I think it's quite interesting for you. And there are many, especially in terms of energy and mobility, there are really tough goals there, which we have to fulfill now. Mm-hmm. And you go probably on page number 9. Can you read it?
Yeah.
This is just an example. Page number 9 just shows the model split. It means how people in Vienna use their mobility ways. And you can see that at the moment, 27% of all ways are done by private car, which is actually excellent. So we are one of the best cities worldwide. But even so, in 2025, we will have to reduce that to 20%. And in 2050, there will be 0% individual cars within the city of Vienna. This is our goal. This is written in this document, and this document is signed by the city council, which means it is a binding legislative document. We have to fulfill that. It's not let's see how we do that. You have to do that. And actually, this is, I would say, great stuff, and it's quite interesting. And can you go on page 8, for example, to just give another example? Yeah. Page 8 is, you will probably know this slide, it's the energy roadmap of the European Commission, which shows as well you have to reduce CO2 emission by 80% in 2050. It's as well a part of this paper, and our goal to reduce 80% of CO2 emission is, for example, to reduce individual traffic up to 0%. Mm-hmm. So there are many things going on, and you will see many examples of these things in my presentation, and you just have a look. I will not go in detail in these slides. I will just show you, for example, because probably this is interesting for you. Can you go on page 28?
Yes. Okay.
This is, for example, this is the structure of this framework paper, and it shows you actually we have 3 pillars. We have 1 pillar which is resources, we have 1 pillar which is quality of life, and we have 1 pillar which is innovation. And all these, I would say, 10 areas are part of our smart city strategy. And this is actually quite interesting. If you go on page 29, and there actually I will make the bridge to urban planning, because I think you're interested in urban planning. The city of Vienna was always kind of a smart city, because we had always a lot of programs and a lot of plans and programs. For example, you can see there's the CLIP. CLIP stands for Climate Protection Plan. That means the city of Vienna had the last 20 years a climate protection plan. And we have a CEP. A CEP is a energy efficiency plan. And we do have a REP, which is a mobility plan. And we do have a urban planning plan. So we have, I don't know, hundreds of plans and programs, which kind of gives us the guideline in terms of shaping the city of the future. But before Smart City, all these vertical sectoral plans were done by their own separate department. And Department A was not really speaking with Department B. Of course, the Climate Protection Department is a department with a budget of 2 million euro per year, and they have 11 people, and they do great stuff. But they don't have done it in combination with the Urban Planning Department. And Smart City, the framework paper of a smart city, just is a framework for all these programs and the plans. And from now on, all the individual sectoral plans and programs by the specialized departments have to be done within the smart city framework paper. And this is actually really the clue. That means, for example, next year, the Climate Protection Department will establish the new climate protection plan, and we, the Smart City Agency, and the relevant partners in terms of Smart City, they will sit on the table when the Climate Protection Plan is establishing their paper. And this is something really new, and this is governance. And I would say governance within the city government is actually, well, it's political free, because our politicians, the mayor is there's just one person in the city who is politically elected, and this is our mayor. The rest of us, we are civil servants. So we have always been civil servants, and of course, sometimes the mayor is shaping from the left to the right. But at the end of the day, the entire city government, there are 60,000 civil servants working in Vienna, and well, we are not really afraid of political colors, because we do believe we are the experts in the city government, and we have established these papers. And anyway, this paper like this is signed by the city council. It's a legislation paper, and no matter who is leading from a political level can actually can deny such a paper like that.
Dominic, just 30 seconds to translate a little bit to the audience what you have said. Os cuento un poco por encima, ¿no? Cosas importantes que ha comentado Dominic. Ellos han firmado un acuerdo a 40 años en el que se establecen las bases para la Smart City en Viena. Es un documento legal que tiene capacidad de obligar al resto de gobiernos durante los siguientes años. Quiero decir, eso es un poco la diferencia, ¿no?, de estos países que están tan, digamos que, empeñados en mejorar todos los temas de Smart City, pues son capaces de tener una visión a 40 años y hacerla real. Me comentaba también que todas las áreas verticales de su ayuntamiento, bueno, ellos tienen constituido una sociedad que se llama Tina Smart City, que es la que se encarga de impulsar todo el tema de Smart City en Viena. Está metido el alcalde, están metidos muchos funcionarios públicos y también involucran a los ciudadanos y a las empresas, con lo cual es como un órgano que aglutina todo el pensamiento de Viena para poder hacer avanzar la ciudad. Y luego me comentaba que por encima de cualquier área vertical, ya sea de medio ambiente, de urbanismo, de movilidad, si una persona quiere hacer un plan, por ejemplo, para climate change, de cambio climático, en medio ambiente se tiene que sentar y reunirse a hablar antes con la persona que está llevando todo el tema de Smart City para que todo esté coordinado, para que, como nos contaba antes Arturo Corbi, no haya desconexiones entre los distintos departamentos. Y bueno, ya va a continuar y luego si queréis vuelvo a hacer un resumen. Dominic, thanks a lot. You can continue.
Okay, perfect. You probably just go one slide ahead. It just shows a little bit. Can you go one slide ahead?
Yeah. What number?
Just the next one. It's 31, I think.
31. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. I will finish here anyway, but I will just tell you the right graph actually shows how the framework paper should work. And I give you an example, but it really works out quite well because you asked me to say something about urban planning. Exactly right now, at this moment, the urban planning department is working on the new urban planning development plan for the city of Vienna. It's a plan, so our urban planning department gives the city a 10 years agenda. It says exactly how many percentage should be green areas, where the industry should be, I don't know, where people should live, and so on. It shows exactly which areas should be in the next 10 years. And at the moment, we are working on the urban development plan, and every single time when we are working on it, we have the Smart City framework paper on our site. Because, for example, in this paper, it says exactly that at the moment, we do have exactly 50.5% of the entire area of Vienna is green spaces. It's great, 50% green spaces. And of course, if you want to transform a city for 2 million people, you need to buy houses, you need to buy working spaces, and of course, you have to find solutions. And these solutions are done by the urban development plan. But the urban development has to fit in the Smart Cities framework paper. And so just want to tell you how it works, and this is actually something really interesting. Mm-hmm. I will probably focus the last couple of minutes on some urban development projects. If you go on page 35. Mm-hmm. So the next I don't know, 6 to 7 slides, they show Smart City showcase projects. So it's about energy, cities and solar power plants, and you just skip the next one is a drinking hydro power plant, and there is eco trams and many more things. But I will just stay a minute or two on the Smart City Aspern Lakeside project because I probably will be interested. First of all, I will invite every one of you come to Vienna, visit us. I will make a nice tour for you, and I can go to the Lake City Aspern. What is it about the Lake City Aspern? Well, we were quite lucky because in the north of the city we had an old airport. That's the reason why we do have all this free space over there. And we thought, okay, let's just create a city within the city with a big lake in the middle. It's a city for around, 30,000 people who should live there and another 30,000 people who should work there. I think together with the Hafen city in Hamburg, it's the second biggest urban development project in Europe. Right now we have finished phase 1, which means you see that on the graph in the south. Actually, so from the graph you see at the moment 1/3 is already built, but no one is living there. What we have done, before we have built one single house, we have established the entire public transport system. We have built a metro line with 3 metro stations. We have 2 tramway stations. We have 4 bus lines. We have a park and ride station. We have a connection to the motor highway. We have the big Trans-European Railway connection on the north of the Lake City. So before we have built one single building, we have done all the infrastructure work. And now, for us, Lake City Aspern, it's a living lab for us. So we try out new things. That means we have, for example, established a public-private partnership with some big companies. IBM is on board, Siemens is on board. So we built their university, we built their school campus, we built their just social housing, we built their small industry, and we do build all these buildings with I don't know, super high level standards. So all these buildings in Aspern have to be passive house or energy plus active buildings. Every house needs to have e-charger station for electric cars. We have a kind of district heating system. We have an entire individual smart grid. We have a kind of thermal heating system installed there. So we just try out things there, and many things they do fail. So we make a lot of mistake. We do invest a lot of millions for nothing. For example, we just dig a hole to find hot water in terms of thermal heating solutions, but there was no hot water, so around 20 millions of investment was just for nothing. But we do know we have to find out new solutions in this area, because if we succeed, we can most likely make a big rollout for the already established city, because we do know it's quite easy to plan a project on the green field. It's quite easy to plan a city on the green field because you can't do something really wrong. But anyway, at the end of the day, it will be placed for 40,000 people. But we do have 2 million people living in old houses. They are 100 years old. They are 50 years old. And we have to work on the old city, because it's the old city where we do have mobility problems. It's the old city where we do have needs in kind of refurbishment and many more things. So Aspern is a really nice thing, but Aspern will not help our city in transforming into a smart city, because it's quite easy to build active plus energy buildings over there, but how do we kind of refurbish 200,000 100-year buildings in the inner city of the city of Vienna, where actually everything is UNESCO World Heritage, cultural heritage. So there is actually the problem. So Lakeside Aspern, it's nice to have. It's for us a good place where especially we can cooperate with big companies. Siemens, for example, is investing 50 million euro in a public-private partnership together with the city to try out smart grids, smart supplies, e-charging stations, and so on, many more things, yes? And of course, I do believe Siemens, they know why they are doing it, because once they have established solutions, they know how to sell it worldwide. This is the reason why Siemens is there, why IBM is there, why Bosch is there, why Kapsch is there. But they need the city, because, again, coming back to my introduction, the best technical solution is useless if you do not manage to implement it in real life. And the best technical solution is useless if you fail to implement it in the real city structure. And this is actually why companies are working together with us, because at the end of the day, it's the city of Vienna who is in charge of the entire public transport system. Of course, we need the technique of Siemens and many others, but at the end of the day, it's a decision by the city if we use metro lines, or if we use electric buses, or if we use electric tramways. So they need us and we need them, and Lakeside Aspern City is a testing field where we try, in a combination, in a public-private partnership together with big private companies, where we try out new models, new areas, and many more things. And it's quite interesting. It's fun, but at the moment it's far away from a smart city, because actually it's a green field with a lot of construction site and a lot of buildings. And we do hope that it will become a smart city. But at the moment, no one is living there, and probably we built there the best buildings with the best super e-car stations, but no one would like to live there. And then actually we failed, because this is not what the city of Vienna should like, because we want to build a city for everyone, and we want to build a city with high quality of life. And this is probably not always combined with smart technical solutions.
Okay, let me just 30 seconds to translate. Os cuento un poco, están construyendo a las afueras de Viena esta ciudad que os comenté antes, que se llama Aspern. Dominic lo que nos está diciendo es que para él lo importante en términos de Smart City que es cuidar los edificios que tienen 100 años, que están en el centro de la ciudad, y bueno, que esta ciudad inteligente que están haciendo las afueras le está quitando un poco de peso en términos de importancia, ¿no? Porque cree que lo importante hay que hacerlo en el centro de la ciudad. Tiene zonas verdes, todos los edificios van a estar hiperconectados con soluciones medioambientales, tecnológicas, etcétera, etcétera. Y luego comentaba que Siemens e IBM han hecho una inversión muy grande en esta ciudad porque efectivamente necesitan casos reales y prácticos para testar las cosas. Y esto de alguna forma también les sirve a Viena y también les sirve a las empresas privadas para ver cómo puede evolucionar la tecnología en temas de Smart City. Pero básicamente es esto y bueno, que le da más importancia pese a todo lo que ocurre en el centro de las ciudades. Okay, danke, you can continue.
Well, actually, I mean, anyway, the half hour is over, and actually, I will finish here. So, if you have questions, just go ahead. As I mentioned, you have a presentation for all this showcase projects which you see at the end. I can send you a long version with 20 pages in English and something more, and you will get this in August in English from my side. And of course, wherever you're interested, because I could give an own speech just about energy or mobility or plan, because our smart city approach is so huge that actually I would need 10 extra half hours just to focus all the specialized areas. I just wanted to give you an overview that we're focusing on many areas in terms of mobility, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of energy, in terms of culture, in terms of society, and many more things. And if you're interested in specialized things, just go ahead, just send me an email, just give me a brief introduction, and you will get all these things from me.
Thank you, Dominic. Just one question. With regards to social actions, have you done something interesting in terms of a smart city?
Yes, we do have. In terms of social dimension, for example, we do have a strong communication. We do have a strong communication plan together with the Department for Communication. So we try hard not just to make projects together with people. It's not about just communication. It's much more about interaction and participation. So we invested a lot of money in terms of how to involve people in our process. That means we have kind of participation events where we have kind of installations in the public area, in public spaces where people can interact with us, where people can tell us their wishes, so people can tell us how to involve. We have installed a website, we have installed a participation website for Smart City where people can say online in a cloud what they wish for. We do invite people. We are a one-stop shop, so we invest a lot of money. In 2013, we have invested 4 million euro just in interaction and participation tools. To be honest, at the moment, it's a little bit more communication from our side to the people. We work hard to bring their views and their meaning to us. So it's interaction should be a communication in both directions. From in the first years, it was a little bit more communication from our side to people's side. But of course, we work together with the entire school department of the city of Vienna. That means smart city, energy efficiency, resources is part of the school schedule. We work together with universities. We have a master program on smart city. We have a PhD program on smart city. We have a bachelor program on smart city. So we started just recently a lot of effort how to interact with people. I see the open government initiative. So we try hard that people do not have to go to the city government. People can interact online. They can do everything what they need online, from their water treatment to energy supply to their passport. Everything what is possible is already possible online. And so, yes, we do invest a lot of money because we do believe a smart city needs smart citizens. That means we have to do kind of a change mindset. We have to bring people to a point of action where they actually are smart and they do act in a smart way, because the city, we just can give the platform and the frame, but we have to involve the citizens as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Dominic. I don't know if some people you want some question, anyone want to, si alguno queréis hacer alguna pregunta que queréis que le traslade. Lo que ha contado antes es que llevan 15 años gobernando con el mismo signo político y que es un Estado federal y que, bueno, pues allí tienen, la verdad es que la cosa muy controlada y que en principio hacen caso al alcalde. Así que ya sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer. Thank you very much, Dominic. We are very interested to visit you again, porque yo estuve en Viena visitándoles y I think it's very interested to come back with you to visit Aspern in September, October with our candidate to here the city of Madrid.
Yep.
So we take your invitation. We say thank you very much for your participation today, and we keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, and just go ahead and send me emails, give me a call whenever you need something from my side.
Thank you. Dankeschön.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.